Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole
Rebel soul child got a fist ball, I'm a respawn of ancestors, and I'm blessed, They are not him, tell him fess up, I get checked up, hella carefree, nothing scares me, hella reckless, yeah, I got next up, right, no we not the same, cause see when I look in your iris, you likely to talk but not ready to ride, you do better keeping it quiet, my pen is ignited, my soul is enlightened, I like who I am, but I'm biased, the palette is right, and my drip is a fountain, I'm not like these regular guys, all of that talk is misguided, she like the way I make the tape print, but the way I make the words play is grim. I'm the reaper reaching for the kill switch. The label cut the check like the bladesman. Something sparking where his brain is. The beat is somewhere where their prayers in. Geronimo, the way I make the bass jump when no parachute is tasted.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Throwing Hands. It's your boy Jay with my co-host Josh. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. How about yourself?
Oh man, can't complain. Can't complain at all. Chilling.
Yeah.
The only thing I can complain about is we got another loss this weekend. Cardinals just keep getting their ass whooped.
The Cardinals lose again?
Yeah, it's just one of those years, man.
Damn. What about ASU?
So ironically, ASU's been getting their asses whooped too in basketball. Obviously football is over, but yeah, they've been getting their asses handed to them too. So it's not going well for football and basketball. The Suns have been all right. Other than that, they ain't been going well, man.
Damn. Yeah. If only I followed those sports, I'd probably be more heartbroken. What is the Cardinals' record, anyways?
We're not gonna talk about that. This is a fighting show. Let's stick to fighting because right now you're moving into some uncharted territory. We don't need to go there.
Okay.
We don't need to go there, Josh.
But Mama said you're supposed to.
Yeah, well, she ain't getting what she want this time around. Okay.
That's funny. But no, we had PFA this weekend. How was it from your end?
Oh man, it was fantastic. Fighters showed up. The fighters did their thing. We had a bit of technical difficulties as the whole freaking building's internet went down. That really threw a wrench in things.
Yeah.
A while too, and then when it came back up, it didn't record a lot of stuff, so pissed me off. Pissed off a lot of other guys too. You know, wanting to see their stuff, and you know, to everybody that is listening, we apologize for the technical difficulties. But yeah, you know, outside of that, everything was great.
Yeah, a lot of great fights too. I think I definitely have to say my favorite was the Edmond Cote versus Brendan Heberlin.
That was a great fight. That was really, 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 really good fight. And wait, Edmond Cote didn't fight Brendan.
Yeah, he did. He fought, or no, never mind. That was Yusuf Tumba. You're right. Yeah, Brendan.
Yeah.
Edmond fought Joe Rosen. That's who he fought.
Correct. No, but okay. So then let me pivot. Yes, Imonte, that was a dope finish. The fact that he threw 4 spinning back fists. He threw 2 consecutives. I don't know if anybody caught that. Where he threw one, it like missed but landed a little, and he just came right back with it. Bow. That was dope. But Yusuf and Brennan, I really enjoyed that fight.
From
a lot of different angles. Was really excited to see Yusuf do his thing, get back in the winner's circle. And then also, you know, Brennan's a hell of a fighter. You know, and even though Yusuf took that fight, you know, having Brennan in there as an opponent, you know, it's gonna push you to your limits as well. So like I told Yusuf during the interview, post-fight interview, you know, I had to give him his ups and his props on the fact that he was keeping Brennan at bay. Regardless of the win, you know, he kept his offense kind of shut down. It was really, really good performance.
Yeah, he did very well with that because he was. I mean, when you watch when Edmund and Brennan did fight, that was the same method that Isuf did was what Edmund was kind of doing in their fight, but he just wasn't continuing with it. And Isuf had a lot more luck with it, being able to close the gap quickly and really pop off a lot of big shots. And what was especially interesting too is that Brennan, he was 2-0 going into this fight, and then Isuf was 1-2 coming off the loss against Pedro Chavez. And it was pretty cool how it ended up building the story arc where Brennan fought Edmund, who fights out a dragon snake, and then Isuf got a chance not only redeem himself off of a loss, but redeem his training partner as well, in which he was able to succeed and do so.
Yeah. And Pedro's coming off that gruesome cut, man. I'm not sure how long he's gonna be out. But that raises stakes. You always want to get your revenge. Uh, and especially the amateur level, you like to see if you learned from your lesson. You learned your
Mm.
lessons. So that's
Yeah.
all we look at too. When he does return, Pedro's coming off of a loss because of a DQ or no contest, really.
Or no, it was
Did they TKO it?
yeah, that TKO via doctor stoppage.
Okay, so they gave him the TKO. I mean, and that's another thing too. Pedro probably wants to get back at that, honestly.
Yeah, and that'd probably be a good matchup for Pedro to fight Isuf next, because when Pedro comes back, that's him redeeming an L on his end against Jason Ramirez, and then Isuf now has a chance to redeem that
Mhm.
loss against Pedro.
Yeah, or even Pedro fighting Brennan.
Ooh, that'd be interesting because that's a
The length,
major height difference.
major height difference, and one thing I noticed about Pedro with that march, man, he keeps that distance, and I don't know if you want to use that same game plan with Brennan in there because he's long and lengthy. So
Hmm.
him being at distance like that is actually an advantage for him.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be a good match.
That would be a good matchup. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what kind of just popped in my head now, though?
Uh,
Brendan Heberlin versus Joe Rosen. That'd be perfect.
yeah, that'd be a good fight.
That'd be great. They're the same height, same reach, and you don't often get guys that build in the same weight class competing.
Real talk. Yeah, no, that'd be a good matchup just schematically on paper. Um, you I gotta give my boy John some props too. Another hell of a performance from Henry. Um,
Oh yeah, when he fought Julian Vassar.
yeah, John, man, John is good. I like John. I like him. That's a good dude right there too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny that you bring him up. So PFA 4, there was 4 Siege MMA fighters on that card. And then this one, there was, I think, about like 4 or 5 again. And both times they're undefeated. So currently Siege MMA has almost like 10 wins undefeated in PFA.
8 in a row or something like that.
Yeah, because Joshua, he's got 2 wins right now. He's undefeated. You got John Henry undefeated, Mason Ramirez, Jesse Martinez. God, who else? Like they got so many great fighters there, especially Joshua too. Like this time around, we got to see him go the distance against Vincent Pavarini, but it's like, bro, there was literally no doubt in anybody's mind that Joshua dominated that fight.
Yeah, no, that was another one, man. There was a lot of really good fights. Yeah, all the way through the night. Um, the Parson boys. Oh,
Yes.
a ball of lightning. The little one was, man. Uh, he was so much fun. He brought so much energy from the walkout
Are you talking
to
about Kennedy or Alexander?
Kennedy,
Kennedy?
the youngest one.
Yeah, the one with the dance moves.
Bro, from the dancing to his walkout to his sealing of the ring. Oh my goodness, if I ain't never seen a silt like that before. He sealed the heck out of that ring.
And then at the end of the match too, how he jumped up on the ropes and was screaming out to the crowd.
getting the
bro.
crowd involved, like superstar, instant superstar. Like you always get that saying superstar in the making. No,
Yep.
instant, instant, instant
Exactly.
superstar. Uh, Johnny Parsons is blessed to have those two under him, man, because he's gonna have fun with those two growing up.
Hmm. Especially too as they get older and they start to enter more tournaments, competition to see how they evolve. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be kind of like Antonio and Leandro Martinez, how they're both just been growing up fighting.
Yeah, yeah. I think the oldest one, he has like 300 amateur fights or something crazy.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
shoot. We got
I
Isaac
can't
in
wait
the
to get to
comments.
see him, Isaac, man. The Kennedy and Alexander, man, they're and I can only imagine what the older ones like, because man, ball energy, very technical, not only just for their age, but just period. You don't see some 14 and 15-year-olds as technical as they were. Um,
Hmm.
spinning back kicks, spinning back fists. The little one, man, Kennedy boy, I'm telling you, yeah, that one though, man, he's dangerous. He's
Yeah.
dangerous.
You know what I like too about Kennedy and Alexander is their composure. Because like you,
Mhm.
so far when we see kids fighting around that age, it's just like a flurry of mayhem and chaos. But these guys, you saw, or both the Parson brothers, you saw like actual composure, more technique using. So it's gonna be crazy to see how they evolve.
Yeah, it was dope. That was really, 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 really dope to be involved in. Um, Shout out to PFA for providing an opportunity for kids to have the center stage like that. You see, like obviously, I mean, being in the crowd, you see adults. Obviously, we see them every day. We see the
Hmm.
excitement. We see what it brings to them. We see what it brings to their families and different things like that. But the kids, it's just a totally different joy, a totally different excitement. Like the it's just something different, man. So shout out to PFA for you know providing a platform for them.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, it makes me definitely excited for 2024. And so, who would you say, or out of PFA, which event so far has been your favorite?
Hmm, man, 3 was dope. 3 was dope. Um, that's when Isaac won the belt. We did the in ring interview.
Was it? Oh no, that was his title defense.
Was that on 4? Just
That was on three.
we didn't do the in ring on. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That was, but we did the
Yeah,
interview.
we
Yeah,
did in
that was
ring.
on
Yeah,
3.
yeah,
Uh,
he got to do his first title defense, and then I forget who else fought in that card too.
uh, was so 4 was Weber and
Emmanuel Brown.
Brown. 4 was Brown. That was a really dope event. Was Luke and Brown on 3 or 2? 2, huh? I think
Luke
Luke and
Luke
Brown.
Levanway.
Yeah.
Luke Levanway. He was on the first one. Emmanuel Brown. He fought Griffin Thomas on PFA 2. See. Ooh,
Thank
yeah,
you.
you know what I'd have to
Thank
say
you,
my
man.
favorite is?
We appreciate you, Isaac, man. You guys really put on for us this year too, man, and really welcomed us with open arms and propelled our growth. So we appreciate all of you guys. Yes, yes. So PFA 3 was the interview where we talked about True coming out on PFA 4. That's when Isaac made the shout out in the
Yeah.
ring. Yep, and that came to fruition. So that was dope.
Yeah.
Um, you know,
Um,
I'll say that each one had its level
yep.
because the other reason why PFA 3 was so dope because that was our first broadcast.
That is true. That is true.
But PFA 1 was dope because it was PFA 1.
Yeah, and didn't have like I think it was 19 fights on the first one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'd probably have to say the PFA one is my favorite because like the level of action and all the knockouts on that card was nasty. Well, it was nasty. The Mystic Smoke. Yeah,
You said
it
PFA 1 was?
yeah, because that was when we got to see Isaac debut, and he won the title against Caesar Navarro, I think.
Mhm.
He won the title against Caesar Navarro. Then we saw Dustin also fight in that card. That was actually too when we saw Jamshid. He fought Bryce for the vacant title too.
I gotta see Dustin. I can't wait for him to get back in there, redeem himself.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, no, that performance wasn't a Dustin performance.
Yeah.
And he even getting out the ring, he was talking about he was off all day, all that. So I can't wait to see him getting back in there. Hey, so Jared, first of all, rule number one: you don't let us down. That's impossible. Okay, you can't let us down. And it happens, bro. It happens. Uh, you know, the one thing I'm gonna tell you, bro, don't get discouraged and just work harder in the gym. Find
Hmm.
yourself a home, find a gym that you call home, and zone in, man. Zone in. You want this. You've been in there. You've taken lumps. You've taken a couple butt kicks, and you keep coming back. You want to do this. So that part, non question. Just find yourself a home and zone in, bro. But number one, you can never let any of us down.
Hmm.
You doing
Yeah.
this for you,
Yeah, and don't be afraid to hit us up too. It's depending on where you're at, we can help you link up with the gym. We want to make sure we take good care of you, man.
for sure. For sure.
It wasn't Dustin performance because he had to be across the ring from me. If we fight again, same outcome. See, I like that. That's a good response. But dude. I don't know if
So
if
hold on, I can't just let this slip by. Hold on, Isaac. I wasn't saying anything about his performance with you, as in y'all two paired up as fighters. But Dustin fights better than that, and he was just having an off day as far as his performance as a whole. Whether or not that'll change the outcome of you two, but I would like to see him back in the ring to redeem himself because he is a different.
yeah, you know who else I'd like to see get back in the ring to be able to redeem himself is Jamshid.
Yes, and that man, he's had two really, 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 really just tough fights.
Mm-hmm. First one
Really
against
tough
Bryce
fights.
Mitchell. Second one was against what was it? Adrian something, right?
I forget his last name. He'll make me pull up my form. Um,
Yeah, because I know there was his second fight was so close. It was so close.
yeah, we talk about that so much, bro. We were just having a conversation, either last episode or the episode before, about you know you can be whomever you want to be, um, up until you make it to the face off. Once you face off and you stand on the other side, and you know you wait in, he may wait, you may wait. You're staring him in the eyes. That's when things. That's when things really change. That's when you see, what's up. And like you said, like some fighters, get in that head, man. You could just sense it. No, and that's what I was saying, man. Like James he had two tough back to back fights. Like he's had one of the toughest roads in PFA so far. Um, if you really put it together and pan it out, he's had one of the toughest roads in PFA so far. Weber too.
Yes.
Weber's had a very tough road, man.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, Luke alone, you know, besides his experience, his length, you know, it's hard to work against. And then you follow that up with Emmanuel.
Mm-hmm. That was a tough one, especially too. So it's interesting seeing how he takes some time off to make sure he heals better and just gets better. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. And so what was interesting, you guys, for me? And you know, man, especially too, Jared, you know, part of the fight game is ups and downs. You know, even if things don't go your way, it's about what you do with that L that really defines your character, especially what you do.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, with Jameson, it's such a tough one because when you think about it, his time in PFA, all of his opponents were tall, lengthy people. Luke, very high skill level, and Luke was able to edge out the win in a decision. Reggie Abrazaldo, he wasn't as refined and sharp as Luke, and Jameson was really able to capitalize and just issue punishment, especially in the clinch. And then Emmanuel Brown, it was just that high technique and that high skill level on top of it.
You know, Isaac, I agree with you on this one. And I think a lot of that though is he the he has hands. He has hands. So he's thinking, all right, you know, I got the hand advantage here. And like I think that is the only reason Luke was even able to hang in with him is because of that very reason. Emmanuel as well. I think a lot of that had to do with him getting his dropping his hands and allowing openings. Um, Jameson's one of my guys too. I really like Jameson. I think he has a very, very bright future ahead of him as he rises as well. For sure. Um man, I say my I'll wait for Josh on it, but okay, here he comes. But
Yeah, my bad. My kid got up out of bed. I had to put him back real quick.
no worries. Yeah, no, and I think a lot of times though, because he starts out really well, I think a lot of it has to do with fatigue. I
Mm-hmm.
think once fatigue sets in is when you start to see a lot of that start to change and his hands drop a little bit. I think if he got his conditioning up a little bit more, um, Weber's a beast, man.
Mm-hmm. I'd
He's
say
gonna
like
be
Justin
dangerous.
Gaethje, he just needs to dial it back 10%. Because when he throws, he's thrown to take you out, and that's where like with the conditioning, that's where he eats up a lot of his cardio. So if he
Mm.
just dials back his shots and he adds more technique and crispness to it, it'd be a whole different ball game, and he just be able to keep that pace, keep the cardio and the pressure going.
Yeah, no, you're right. And you know, we talked a lot about this early on in the year, um, Isaac, about how thin of a line amateurs and pros how thin of a line has become. And you know, whether you're amateur or whether you're pro, you better be in tip top shape stepping in that ring because those guys are. It's not a huge disparity anymore. You know, guys are training. Amateurs are training at a pro level, very very high
Mhm.
level now, and you know, we're starting to see that a lot.
Yeah. Like great example with a gym, one of the top gyms in Arizona that we've been following. We've interviewed a lot of their fighters this year. You know, we got over MMA Lab like Paul Margitas, Eyes, Abdul Kamaru, he's pro and he trains with Sean O'Malley, with Marcus McGee, who we have interviewed as well, who's now pro in the UFC. So it's like the amateur level, even Ezra Elliott, he's the number one jiu-jitsu training partner with Sean O'Malley, is such a fine, thin line between them.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like, even the transition when I'm seeing guys like, oh, well, he's on his way to being pro and he's at the MMA lab. Like, you can see the difference. You could feel, okay. Fight Ready too. They have a lot of high level amateurs on their way, to transitioning into being a pro as well.
Yep.
Syndicate as well. I've seen a lot of guys out there that I'm starting to see the same thing, man, and it's really dope being in the community and seeing so many amateurs that are fighting at such a high level right
now. Yeah, I agree. And because I know we were talking about before, let's go ahead and go through like some of our stuff, like the highlight reels. Like what would you say is your favorite highlight reel? Let me go ahead and share my tab.
Go ahead.
All right, can you see it?
I sure can.
All right,
man. One of my favorite ones. You're gonna have to go back to. I think it was June, I think it was June. For Rage.
Was it the very first one for Rage?
Yeah, the one with Jarrett when he came out with the mask and we had Trevor Beard there.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That was one of my favorite ones, man. Like, to this day, I love the highlight reel and I just love that event. Luke had that one punch knockout.
Yeah.
Trevor. Yes, this one.
I don't know how loud that is.
Yeah, we're gonna have to mute it. Because they're gonna kill us on the
like all the copyright shit. Yeah, no, this was the first one that I ever made. It was definitely a challenge. I think it took me about like 2 weeks to be able to make this. And the irony or the funny part of it too is that I remember when I was going through this, most of my shots was just bad because the caves, like you see where I'm at, most of those shots were just bad. So I had to use a lot of your footage.
So the one I'm actually talking about is the other one.
Oh, the other one you made?
Yeah. Is that the one we just watched? I missed. Yeah, this one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I like this part right here. That's one of my favorite parts when Jarrett was coming in talking shit with music.
This dude, I want to see him fighting.
Yes, me too.
There's dope. That was our first time seeing Trevor fight. There's Jared with the mask. Dope scene.
Yep. That was Isaac, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I know that guy's Blake Lively. No, not Blake Lively. I forget his name. I know it's Blake something. What was funny though is that I'm waiting for the fighter to pop up because it was either this highlight reel or the other one that I made where there's a dude that called out one of the fighters because their shorts they stole shorts or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. I'd have to say I would honestly have to say my favorite is I'm trying to find it. There's just so many. This
that
one.
Iron Boy one you did was really dope too.
Yeah, the Iron Boy one was great. This one is my favorite just because I'm going to play it for a quick second. Once it gets to the right scene.
Kristen, Tyler.
So it was this part. Omar
Hey,
Ali, when he
hey,
walked out to a funk song and did that dancing, I was like, nope, that's it. I'm playing that funky white boy.
bro.
It was just perfect. And then my favorite part too, because this
Megan,
one I got especially creative with how I was cutting. See our boy Eisen
okay.
or Figueroa. That's another great one. Jameson.
I said Jose Jorge. Yeah, Jameson.
It's okay. Actually, I said Eisen. The zoom ins was my favorite thing to do.
Annie, True. Oh, that was it. Yeah, this one was a dope one.
Yeah.
True was getting it in on that fire. I remember that
Those
shit.
leg kicks too
Jorge.
with Jose.
Oh, the fucking leg kicks.
Oh, the spinning kick.
Are you a lumberjack? You chopping trees down with the kicks.
God, dude, I mean, it's crazy. So we started this Instagram in February, and we've done over 500 posts. So many interviews, bro, and all this doesn't even include what we did last year as well. So it's really crazy to see how much we've done, and then like now, like Kyler Phillips, he's made guest appearance interviewing fighters. Just all of them. It's been a crazy year.
Yeah, it's been amazing, man. It really has. Really enjoyed what we've done so far. And kind of like what I was saying before, just like the open arms, the welcoming,
Hmm.
we've been given from the community has been dope.
Yeah, that's my favorite part, especially is that like I've said it time and time again how at the end of the day, we all could not work with each other. We could just say fuck you, go our separate ways and try to do our own thing. But it's really cool and it's something really special that's happening here in Arizona with how supportive the community is, especially with all the fighters and like the fact that they understand what our goals are, what we're trying to do, especially for them and for their careers is just it's humbling. It's like I've said too, it's a genuine privilege the fact that in 2023 we've made so many of these strides and to have so much love and support from the fighters is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, it goes a long way, to what we're capable of doing for us, doing for the fighters, like
Hmm.
plans, what we want to bring in, what we want to incorporate. Having the fighters behind us, it really helps make that you know easier.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, let's see.
Who would you say
As
is,
far
is
as what was some of
your favorite person that you've interviewed?
my favorite person I've interviewed?
Yeah. Or I would say
That's a
no, not your favorite person, just your favorite interview you've done.
that's a hard one too. So some of my favorite guys I've interviewed, I could say that. Joe and Stanley.
Yeah.
Um, I just love interviewing Joe. He's a cool dude. Just love interviewing Joe.
Hmm.
Isuf, Isuf is becoming one of my favorites. Um, uh, I'm gonna go ahead and play this interview. I'm gonna say that this was
I knew you were gonna play that one. You guys do the squabble. Yeah, no, I love Joshua. It was actually what's cool too, like just in canon with what we're talking about. Joshua, he was just what he had said us on our personal DMs, like how much he appreciates what we do. It's awesome.
yeah. Um, it really goes a long way, bro. Even this one, this was his first.
Hmm. Yeah, this one I was definitely excited for this one because it was really cool when I first met Joshua. He already recognized and knew who I was, and he was just so excited to do the interview. And it was really cool the fact that like when we first started beginning of the year, nobody knew what we were doing, and now it's the complete opposite.
Now they know and they understand.
Hmm.
This was a dope fight. It was a really dope fight.
Yeah, it
They
was.
know, they
You-
understand, and they're there. They're with it.
yeah. I'd actually I want to change my answer now for my favorite highlight reel. The one that I did for Rough, the newest one is probably one of my top favorites just because I use the song Savior in the way, especially that slow part. That slow part was the best part.
Yeah, no, that was a really, really dope one too.
Yeah. Yeah, so what are you most excited about for 2024?
The ceilings removed.
The what?
Felt like at the end of the ceiling is removed.
Mhm.
So I felt like at the end of 2022, we were like boxed in, bro. Like we had the show, we were trying to figure out like me and you had just kind of like really hit our path on our stuff. Like, okay, like we
Mhm.
know what we want to do. We didn't know what to do next. And we ramped up the show. We changed the day to Tuesday, you know, that way we can make sure we get an hour in every time. We
Mhm.
started making sure that we have more guests. Like the guest thing was a weekly thing.
Yeah.
Because remember before we would have a guest here and a guest there and a guest here and a guest there.
Yeah, and this year, if
Um,
you think about it, out of 52 weeks, we had 37 guests.
yeah, yeah, crazy,
Hmm.
crazy, man.
Yeah, it's really cool, especially too who all we've interviewed. Like it's just such a diverse group of people that we've got to interview between like Brittany Cloudy. I mean, we've had Patrick on, we've had Trevor on. Like, there's hardly anybody not in the scene that we don't know that we've brought on. Like, we've been so all over the place.
Yeah, we definitely saturated the field. Like, it's really dope. Um,
Hmm.
like you said, we've been all over the place. Hold on, we've been all over the place. UFL, Rough, OG Boxing, Del Sol, Samurai Soul,
Hmm.
um, PFA, Rage in the Cage,
Iron Boy.
Rise of the Prospects. We haven't been up there to cover you guys yet, but we've interviewed some of your guys.
Hmm.
Iron Boy. Um,
Yeah, we
just
definitely spread our wings out. We covered so much stuff, and now we've really kind of found our rhythm and our flow and things.
yeah, and that's what the dope part now. Before we were just kind of like trying to get out there, touch here, touch there, touch here, touch there.
Hmm.
Now we're going places because of fighters.
Yep.
Now I'm like, oh no 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 no. Jose's fighting. Okay, well let's go over there. Oh, who's fighting over there? Okay, well let's make sure we get down there for him. And there's
Yep.
sometimes they don't realize it, but there's some guys that we just say, hey, no 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 no, he's fighting. Let's make sure we're there for them. So
Yeah.
this
Yeah. Like
that
King, for
rough one
example,
was
shout out to King.
probably one of my favorites too.
Oh, this rough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Although it was a heartbreaker with Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you
Happy
think
for
got knocked
Antonio
out of the year?
Martinez. Who got knockout of the year? Oh, see, mm,
That one was nasty. What's his name? Oh fuck, what was his name?
You're at rough.
Yeah.
Uh,
Remember he just put him out in the middle of the ring. They were exchanging.
hold up. Are you talking about Patrick and his opponent?
No.
See, now you got
Him.
me curious. Who?
Remember him?
Antonio Martinez?
Was that his name? No, not Antonio either. The dude with the Mexican dude with like the mullet.
Oh, with the mullet? Oh no, that was a TKO. That happened in the last round. That was against
I
Brandon
thought he put him
Goodwin.
out.
No,
Well, they stopped.
no.
Yeah, they stopped.
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying
stopped it.
he
That was a
laid him the
gruesome
hell
fight.
out.
Yeah, that was a
He
war.
laid
That was
him
probably
the
one of the
fuck
biggest
out.
wars.
Dude.
Knockout of the year. See, that's a hard one, but
There's so many.
there has been so many. Okay, I would say probably the knockout of the year would have to be, and I absolutely love the guy. I absolutely love him. It sucks that he was on the receiving end of it, but I have to go probably with Amado Sai versus Jose Sanchez with that head kick knockout.
That one was dope. The Chan one was dope. Who the hell got taken out on the stretcher at rough fucking 50 something back in like February?
Was that the guy that Louis Abushar fought?
Was it Louis? Louis destroyed him. Yes, it was.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was.
He was stiff arm. His arm
Louis.
was stuck to the cage. Bruh.
Like, remember they had to have an intermission, an
Mhm.
impromptu intermission.
Yeah, it took him forever to wake up.
Bro, that was scary. Louis killed
Mhm.
that man. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. It was bad.
Shout out to
I
Louis
know.
Abishar.
Yeah. Shout out to him. I know the what was it? Jovan Lombard. He was unfortunately on the receiving end of a finish too. It took him a minute to wake up. And that was back at PFA 1.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Man, there's been so many great moments.
Damn, I was about to say Freakazoid.
Freakazoid.
Yeah, I forget. That's my I forgot. Yeah, I forget what I was gonna say.
Was it your knockout of the year?
Something close to it. Damn. Yeah, I forget which one. But there's a lot, man. This year was really dope. It opens us up to so much stuff. Met a lot of great dudes. Some of them I would consider brethren, like brothers or something.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. One of the most surprising moments of the year was Collins defeating Raja.
Oh yeah,
that was dope. That was crazy. Wasn't expecting that.
Same too as Rena Turi when she fought the I forget her, I think her name was Claudia. She was it was a nasty first round finish. Oh, there's the first highlight reel PFA. X gonna give it to you. That was the one that too. Dustin had that nasty head kick that it made I forget the dude's name, but it caught him right at the end of the round, and he ended up giving up in the middle of the round, or he didn't give. I should say poor choice of words, but he had thrown in the towel just because it was like that kick hurt too much.
Yeah, that girl that fought Megan in PFA 1, she was really good too. I want to see her back.
Yeah. You know who I have to give the toughest chin at PFA?
Mm.
He's in this video. He remember the kid with the cornrows, blonde cornrows? Him. That
Oh
dude that said
yeah,
that motherfucker's
he
got chin of the
ate
year,
so
bro.
much shit. He ate so much. He
Shin
had
to the
like 3 head
chin.
kicks, huh?
Dude, yeah, he had like 5, 6 head kicks. He had a few spinning back fists. That was a spinning elbow. Dude, it was so nasty. And he just took it. Like that spinning elbow wobbled him, but that was it. He literally just ate fucking everything, bro.
Hey, you know what? Shout out to Syndicate, man, because they they became like damn near brothers over this year. All of them,
Mhm.
damn near, man. All of them. Those are my guys. So shout out to them. Um, I mess with
Yeah, they currently that they carry 2 of the PFA titles, which is pretty cool.
them, right? And you
Yeah.
know, I'm a AZ everything. So when they first came down, I'm like, these Vegas guys are coming down here and whooping our ass. This is not good. But no, man, those are my guys, man. I really fuck with them. All
Yeah.
of them. Drew, James, Isaac, all of them, man. Um, oh yeah, we had the interview with Princeton this year. That was dope. Um,
Yeah. Here, give me 1 second.
we had Adam Lopez. Go ahead. Greg Smith, Edward, Trevor. Um, Isaac. We did Neil. That was a really exciting interview too. Lotus is another really good gym, man. Shout out to Lotus. They've been killing it in PFA as well.
Okay, I'm back.
Um, for sure. So we're planning to start the year off with the bang. Um, we don't have dates set up yet, but hopefully our lineup to start the year, we're looking at Kyler Phillips, who is scheduled to fight in March, March 9th to be exact, down in Miami, Florida, on the Sugar Sean card. Um, Johnny Parsons. Um, we're trying to get Bobby Moffitt. And then we're gonna get our boy, man, Marcus, back in here. It's been a while. We're gonna have to make
Yes,
that a
sir.
tradition once or twice a year with Marcus, man. That's one of my favorites on the scene.
Especially now too that he's finally able to make his break in the UFC too. So that's gonna be a really cool moment.
Yeah, it's crazy because last year we did the interview, I think in February, and literally 2 weeks later he made his debut and fucking choked out Journey.
Yep. Yep. Wait, last year? No, it was this year. It was like the beginning of this year.
You know what? I said last year, but it was this year. We're damn near into the. I'm already doing it.
We literally less than 2 weeks away. That's 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool, especially too, because like we've talked about, we're trying to branch out more so that way we could cover more sports. So it's gonna be really exciting for 2024 to see what ground we could cover.
Yeah, man. Expanding. That's the name of the game. Expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Expanding. Shoulder tightens. You're getting stuff done at that. You're making progression there.
Mm-hmm.
ASAP. We're progressing all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was I can't spoil anything yet because I still need to get the right stuff for it. But it was I got some pretty cool stuff that's in the works for Titans, right? That those two designs that I got, it's gonna be awesome once I get them released.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's gonna be dope, bro.
Hmm.
For the people out there that don't know, you can always go to asapsports.com. Sometimes we do write ups, recaps of different things going on. You can always watch the interviews on the website. Of course, catch different articles and things like that that are written by uh, some of the other guys out here. So definitely tune in there. Got to keep it funky for everybody.
Yes,
But what are you
sir.
most thankful for before we get out of here this year? What's your like most thankful moment of the year? What are you most thankful
Um, I'd have to say the most thankful moment of the year is the fact that we could sit here now and talk about what progress we've made. The fact that we started out having to fight tooth and nail for everything that we were trying to work on and get through, and then now we've made so many strides. We've done so many interviews, we've gotten so many views, so much reach, and literally in the millions. And then the PFA 3, our first broadcast, that was a surreal moment where it really settled in with how far we've come.
Yeah, no, that right there was like dope. That
Mhm.
was like you said, like, man, this is what the hell we've been working hard for. This is what
Yep.
the hell we've been trying to get to. And now that we're there, we're gonna continue to push and continue to um, grow. Like I said, growth, growth, continuous growth.
Mhm.
Keep moving.
Exactly. It's gonna be really interesting too to see how the progress is gonna be for 2024. So it's like I don't know. It's looking especially at the fighters and the relationships we've built for them. That makes it more wholesome and more exciting to see what all we can do in 2024.
Yeah, from storylines that we've been working on and talking about the other things. Um, this was another really dope thing. I want to play this before we get out of here.
I see what it is.
I think I think this was really dope for me this year.
You got baby James doing an interview. I bet that's definitely a big satisfaction. The fact that you get to see your boy so invested in what you're creating now, and that he wants to start doing some of the same.
Yeah, it's literally what we've been talking about all year.
Hmm. And you figure too, it's such a great outlet for kids because they get to develop their trade, their skills, communication, and it keeps them out of the streets too and out of trouble.
Man. Like that's one of the dopest things, man. Just to have to provide and like we talked about, an opportunities for these kids, whether it's fighting, whether it's like you just seen him doing an interview. We started building on. Thank you, and
Representing the ASAP merch.
we're hopefully this year will be not hopefully. Hope is for dopes. Um, we we will be pushing forward on the curriculum um, that we were drawing up, that I've been drawing up for teaching kids how to podcast, teaching kids how to do sports coverage
Hmm.
as in the youth ages. So I've been working on that. This year, we're gonna put that into work to actually bring it to fruition. Um, and that's my biggest goal is, outside of everything else, is to provide a lane for kids
Mm-hmm.
and be able to give back that, you know, for, to, I want to go down into, um, lower income um, areas and be able to provide an outlet for free for a lot of kids that, want to do these type of extracurricular activities but don't have the opportunity to. So that is my biggest goal with all this at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially too, I think we've really hit the nail in the coffin for Arizona, especially to help provide not only a better platform, but opportunity and the hope thereof, especially for the youth and the kids, with like everything that goes on, crime rates that increasing. And it's easy for kids, especially to get caught up in that stuff and fall down the wrong path. So it's like to provide a platform that highlights something that provides discipline, that develops communication, ambition, um, motivation, all of that stuff to keep them out of the streets and to push for a better life and ability, better quality of life thereof. I think that's the best part, especially.
100%, man. You, as a man or woman out there doing whatever you do, you never know who you inspire and why you inspire them.
Mm-hmm.
So, just keep being yourself, keep doing your thing, because there's somebody out there that is looking at you like, man, all right, I'm gonna do this because I seen them do it.
Yep,
That makes me want to do
exactly.
that better, whatever it might be. And you just never know, man. So keep being great for yourself, but also just remember there's some little kid, there's somebody out there that's maybe in a dark spot that is looking for inspiration. You're that light at the end of the tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And like how I said before, if you could have a positive enough impact on 5 people to send that wave through, just imagine that what that do for the kids, for the community, and just for everyone.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, definitely crazy, man. I mean, definitely crazy.
Hmm.
Um, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Um, nah, as always, it's a privilege. Nothing but peace, love, chicken grease. Got the ground beef, capiche. Random things. I don't got a rhyme for this time around.
Ground beef, capiche. Itchy in
Yeah.
the streets.
I'll tell you what, we're ASAP Sports. We report the sports ASAP.
Right there, you go.
That's as far as I got and what was in my head.
uh,
I was thinking about writing something for this one, but I was like, no, I didn't have time to. But that was one of the lines that we're ASAP Sports. We're here to report the sports ASAP with the clapback, something like that.
oh, shit. What doing? You got me, Josh.
Did my not so some shady rhymes bore you to yawn?
Yeah, check this out, man. It's your boy Young Dro. I'm in the building with ASAP Sports, man. If you ain't here, you ain't nowhere, man. As soon as possible, get here. You dig?
Yeah, you gonna make
Ooh,
me
that was
bust
a little extra.
about a tequila. We're gonna be rapping for real.
That we'll have to do that one of these times just for shits and giggles. Make a music video for it.
Shit, gonna be at
Then
this
now
smell.
there you go. That's how you promote an event. Do an ASAP music video to promote the event.
We're gonna be like Limp Bizkit out in this mug.
Hey, we just keep rolling and rolling.
Well, guys, we are taking a 2-week break to get ready for all the great stuff that will be going down in 2024. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Yeah, my son's ready. He being loud on purpose now. But Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that fun jazz to everybody out there. Yeah, man. But from your boy Jay,
And I'm Josh.
this is Throwing Hands. We'll see you next year.
Whole sports, all plays. Whole sports, all plays. Whole
Rebel soul child got a fist balled, I'm a respawn of ancestors, and I'm blessed, They are not him, tell him fess up, I get checked up, hella carefree, nothing scares me, hella reckless, yeah, I got next up, right, now we not the same, cause see when I look in your iris,